if you're like me and most other people, when you think of a Mustang, you're thinking of the 5.0, the GT, the big muscle car, and not the Mach E, which is what we have here, which is Ford's electric version of the Mustang, which is more of an SUV style. Very different than what you would think of and what you would expect when it comes to a Mustang. We just took this in on trade. The guy ended up buying a truck. So I kind of figured I'd go over it a little bit and take a look at some stuff. You can see here, you've got your charger. Pop that open and charge your batteries so you can drive down the road. Space in this thing is not bad. Obviously, you don't have an engine anymore. This being the rear hatch, you get a decent amount of space here. And of course, these seats will lay down flat as well. You got your button there to automatically close the liftgate, which is pretty neat. It's what everything has at this point, so it's kind of standard. The auto folding mirrors are pretty cool. The door handle is a little different. Just press this button and it unlocks as long as you have the key fob. Memory seats, of course. You got the little Mustang right there. You get the huge screen here in the middle. Something that's kind of cool, kind of weird, obviously, is this turn dial here, which will control pretty much anything you want it to go from one menu to the other. You can control your volume from there, your fan settings and all that. As far as the rear, again, press that little button, it opens up for you. No heated seats in the rear, but there is some in the front. I mean, you get a decent amount of space back here. And you do get the big glass roof here, which is pretty cool. Something that Tesla's been doing for a long time as well. Coming around to the front, obviously with no engine, you get a little bit of storage space down here. You can probably fit a suitcase or something. Nothing crazy. Windshield washer fluid, easily accessible if you need that. Coming back inside, you do have your adaptive cruise control, all your volume controls here on the steering wheel. We'll start it up here, and of course somebody was playing games on the screen, which you can do that. You got your entertainment here, YouTube, all your news, different games, you can solve puzzles, that kind of stuff if you're just sitting on a parking lot waiting on somebody or whatever. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all the standard stuff. You do have the different drive modes. You get a whisper here. Obviously that's like your, I guess your normal everyday driving, pretty slow. Go up a notch here with the engage mode. And I guess unbridle, whatever you want to call that. That's gonna be like your sport mode, I guess. Kind of give you all the power that you're supposed to have. All your controls down here for your heated seats, AC, all that stuff's easily accessible there. You have some little areas down here you can store your phone. There's like a wireless charging pad on one side, and you do have some charging plugs down there as well. Now, as far as how this thing drives, let's find out. Kind of neat, actually. It does have lane assist, and then also you get your little speed limit right there on the dash, so you know if you're speeding or if you're not. The one thing, before I even get on it, that I'm concerned about is the battery. It's telling us we have 30% charge, but only 50 miles of range. And I haven't really looked into it. I think this is the base model that we've got, so I'm not sure what the advertised range is on it. But that seems very, very low. Maybe that's just me and I expect more from it, but I just don't think 30% should only get you 50 miles. But I could be wrong. visibility wise, I mean, you get the big windows, you can see all around you, which is nice. The mirrors are perfectly positioned so you can see everything. I mean, it feels smooth, but as far as acceleration, I got a truck in front of me, we're gonna find out though. All right, so we're going 34 now. And this is in the sport mode. Just honestly, not that impressive, to be honest. I expected a lot more from it. Maybe the higher trim levels have a bigger battery, bigger motor, and all that to go along with it. But I mean, just that right there took us to a low battery state of 29%, which just seems, I don't know, it doesn't seem that practical if you're driving this thing every day. Because I just don't feel like you're gonna get enough battery to really make it worth your money that you're putting into it versus just, you know, spending money on gas. One more time we'll get on it. It's just, I don't like it. And you also get in the background, which it sounds like you can hear the motor more than I would expect, I guess. But as far as power wise, this thing, it just doesn't have what you would expect. I would hope the higher trim levels are better, but just from this little short drive, I'm not really impressed. And it kind of makes me wonder how the Lightning's doing, you know, the F-150, how it's doing. I know towing wise it was terrible, but as far as just standard driving, is it worth it? Or is it more of the same? I guess with just having 33,000 miles on it, I expected the battery to have a little more juice than that. Expected a little more performance. I'm just not impressed. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. And again, help me out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time.